you how to do your marking, or at least how to access your assignments and how to upload your marks. As you'll note from the top, I'm already in LMS, but I'm also logged in as a tutor. So technically I should be seeing something fairly similar to what you normally see. And we need to go down to the study plan, and we need to click on the study plan and go into there, and you'll see that there are 92 submitted and only 89 need grading because I've already graded 3. Okay, ignore this, this was my attempt so I could show the students, and I'm going to say view grade all submissions, don't panic, and then you'll see this is huge, this extends miles this way, okay, and you can see the only 3 that I've got something in. Sorry, I do apologise. It's not doing. If you click on status, this is all the students, then you can sort the data so that only those students who have submitted, or in this case not submitted, the drafts, are at the top. So there we have all the ones that are submitted, and if we sort of shuffle up and down a little bit, we'll see, there you go, there's one I've graded. So I've graded it, it's got 9 out of 10, and there's the date there that I graded it, and there's my comment in here. Okay, now when it comes to you don't need to do this, although if you want to check something else, don't forget you can hunt using the initial of the first name and the surname, and that will cut down the number of students. But all you do, of course, is you're going to stay there and you're going to say, shall we go for number T1? Okay, and that means that technically only those students who are in T1 should show you, and most of them have uploaded. One of them is still a draft, and it may stay like that. Have a look at the mini-URT that I've put on this week 3 for the students so you know what this draft issue is. Now you can download all of these and mark them all in one go, downloaded. The problem is that especially the early students didn't see my message about using a reasonable name like this person has done here. Whoa! She thinks she's in T2 and she's showing up in T1. Okay, Andy, this is, you need to change this. You're going to have to change her to T1 in OLCR because she's in the wrong study group discussion and everything. Well, you know, we live and learn. Anyway, back to where we were. So the only person who's done it right actually isn't in. Oh no, look, there's one. For now, I'm just going to say I'm going to mark. Okay, so you click the little, wait for it, the little pen thing, and you get the information of when it was last modified, etc., etc. There's where you put the grade, and this is for you to type your feedback comments in. And if we were doing feedback files, we'd have this. Don't bother. Now, you are going to need to open this, and you do download it, by the way. Okay, so you may, as I say, want to download them all. Choice is entirely up to you. So you've downloaded, and I'm just opening this in Word, and it looks reasonable, you know, nothing wrong with that as far as I can see on a quick basis. They've not made too many serious errors. My computer's having difficulty with this. Looks fine, very vibrant, and they've even got a colour key, which is most impressive. The reflection doesn't look too long, and they've got a word count. Well, I'd say they were on a winner, these people. I'm going to, however, I'm going to get rid of that. So we're going to pretend I've marked it, and I'm going to give them 9 0.5 out of 10. Don't go to anything more. than half a mark. We don't want 0.75 or anything. And then in here I would put something, you know, like excellent, good use of, blah, could improve, reflection by checking English, etc, etc, Mary. Okay? So what I would do is I would type out these in Word first, and I would have them in phrases that you can copy and paste into these feedback comments, because you'll find you do repeat. It's a very simple submission, and so there is only a certain limit of comments that you can have. You also need to include in here if they have a late penalty. This student was supposed to have submitted, this is a Monday tute, so they were supposed to have submitted by 12th of March, today, at 2 p.m. They made it, so there are no late penalties. You do remember to check that. Then all you do is save changes. If you want to go down sequentially, you can say save and show next, but or go back to the list. That's the previous one in the list. I'm just going to say save changes, and I'm going to tick continue. And that takes us back to your T1, and you can now see that this is graded and has comments, and it's the time that I uploaded that. Now, if you need to change that, you want to go back into here, and you can change it. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that because it wasn't necessary. Don't, whatever you do, be tempted. I don't like mentioning this because no doubt it'll help people do it. Excuse me a second. You don't ever go into the gradebook and make any changes in the gradebook. All of your changes and all of your marking and uploading happens from the assignment end, not the gradebook end. If you touch anything in the gradebook, the whole thing will spontaneously combust, is the best way to look at it. So I can't stress that one enough. Now, because I had my mouse over there, it sees that you can revert this submission to a draft, okay? I don't want you doing that. What that means is that if a student, the only time you can do it, rather, is if a student has uploaded and submitted, it's not left as a draft, it's in this format, and realises that they have uploaded the wrong thing and gets in touch with you before the deadline, their deadline, and begs you to open it. So you can click it, let it go back to a draft, and they can delete it and upload the correct one. But you're only supposed to do that before the deadline, and I don't want you to broadcast that you can do that, because otherwise everybody will ask you, and we're only doing it in this instance because it's first semester, first year, blah. Okay, and that's about it really. I don't want you doing locking of submissions or anything like that. It should be fairly self-explanatory really. And you can easily see who you have graded, who you haven't graded. And as I say, I reckon it shouldn't take you too long to do a tutor group. Obviously, any issues like Carolina, who thinks she's in T1 but is actually in T2, sorry, who thinks she's in, T1 but is actually, no, she thinks she's in T2, she's actually in T1. It is a long day for me, Wednesday. You need to let Andy know about that, because he's going to have to change that, because this poor girl, if she goes onto LMS, she must be so confused in her tute side. Okay? Any questions as usual, please ask.